show me where he incited the insurrection. And I don't want your Democratic bull.
Okay, we need to talk about this. First of all, we need to stop referring to January 6th as an insurrection. According to the way it was always defined, it was an organized plot to overthrow the government. And since the FBI found no organized plot, let me show you this. FBI finds that there's scant evidence that U.S. Capitol attack was coordinated. And y'all can pause to read this. But since that was the case, if you'll notice, the definition of a insurrection has changed. Let me show you this. Now, the Webster's definition of an act of insurrection is the act or instance of revolting, especially violently, against civil or political authority or against an established government. By their new definition, every one of the protests where cities were set on fire, where they're all insurrectionists now under that new standard that the Webster Dictionary has updated since the January 6th thing happened, and the FBI found no organized plot to overthrow the government. So now any protest that turns violent is an insurrection. So all the George Floyd protesters taking over sections of cities, those under that definition is an insurrection because it was a revolt of violence against authority or civil authority. So yeah. But when I originally looked up the definition of insurrection, it was an organized plot to overthrow a government, which January 6th was not an organized plot to overthrow the government. They showed up to a rally, protested it, and some people got out of hand and went in. There was no weapons. When you go to an insurrection, when you're going to overthrow a government, you bring more than your cell phones, okay? That's all I'm going to say. There were nobody there was armed with a real weapon. They said somebody had some zip ties. I don't even know if that's true anymore, but we need to stop calling January the 6th an insurrection and agreeing with them, because that's not what it was. Or if we're going to go by this new definition of insurrection, then everybody who uprises against authority, like protests and it turns violent, they're also insurrectionists according to that standard. So either we've got a whole country of insurrectionists or January 6th was not an insurrection. So talk to you later.